Hello guys, in this video we're going to be comparing means between groups using SPSS. Oftentimes you find yourself in the scenario where you want to compare means across different groups in your dataset. So for instance, you want to compare the average income between two groups. It could be males and females, the average income across racial groups, if that's what you want. In this case, however, we're going to focus on two variables collected during the class survey. That is the variable stats, which is the respondents' self-rated ability in math and statistics, and sex, which is the respondent's gender. And so what we want to do is compare the average self-rating ability between males and females. In other words, we want to know whether or not there is a difference in the self-rated ability in math and statistics between males and females. But before you go to SPSS, you have two variables here. You have the gender of the respondent and you have their self-rated ability in math and statistics. Before you can go to SPSS, you have to determine which of these variables is the independent variable and which of these variables is the dependent variable. And so the independent variable is the variable that causes something to change, the variable that can influence another variable. In this scenario, it becomes clear that gender is the independent variable because gender can conceivably influence the way you self-rate in math and statistics. That makes stats the dependent variable. It is implausible for your self-rated ability to influence your gender because your gender is already set. So now that we know which of the variables is the independent and which of the variables is the dependent, we can go to SPSS. You must remember to always do this before you even go to SPSS. So to compare means, you're going to go to Analyze, you're going to go to Compare Means, and this is where knowing which one is the independent variable and which is the dependent variable really matters, because sex is the independent variable and must go in the independent list. All right? And stats is the dependent variable and it must go in the dependent list. You click OK, and you get two tables. The first table tells you the percent of respondents that answered both questions. And here it says that it's 100%. 21 out of 21 respondents answered both questions, which is a great thing. Here you have the actual report. So the average for females is 2.4 with a standard deviation of 1.14. The average for male, on the other hand, is 3.06 with a standard deviation of 0.772. So men, generally speaking, self-rate themselves higher in ability when it comes to math and statistics than women.